Like, look, I want to make blank Canadian dollars every month. My day job, it ain't gonna happen. Saladmaster.
Sunshine team!
I may just reiterate that, Buki, we said that we are number one, hey, under the sun, hey, hey. As for you, hey, hey. Your number two, go sunshine, go! Okay.
Oh. And of course, letter T, talent.
E, encourage.
Oh, I love this.
S, and this is called
Saladmaster! Okay, what's your team? Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so quickly. Okay, so quickly, we're going to talk about the activities. So we were brainstorming and we were trying to say, okay, what's urgent and what's not important? Is there anything that we do that's not important? It's hard. Like this was kind of a struggle for us because we felt everything we do in this business is important. But we were able to come up with some things, and we hope that you will agree with us. We came up with some scenarios that we could tie to it being urgent but not important. So number one is when we go to deliver cookwares. So it's urgent that you have to deliver the cookware to the customer because you don't want them to cancel, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not urgent that you have to submit your delivery receipt immediately. I could deliver today and wait till maybe a couple days and I come to submit the delivery receipt, right? Do we all agree? Yes. We all agree, right? Okay. So that's urgent that we go deliver quickly because we don't want them to say, I changed my mind, we want to build a house, we just realized that we need to put some money aside. Yeah. So that's urgent, but not important that you deliver immediately. So the purchase of the cookware, that will be sales. So when we try to sell, so you want the customer to decide now, right? Yes. Do we all agree?
Yes.
Or do you guys want to go there and say, come back next year, we'll buy? No. You want them to decide there and then. So it's urgent. We try to create urgency when we do the pot test. We want them to see that, wow, this is what I've been eating with. I don't want to cook this night with my old cookware. You want them to decide like immediately. So that's urgent. But payment. Is payment immediately?
No.
So it's not important that they pay right now, right? And that's what you're trying to tell them. Oh, this is urgent that you decide, you make a decision tonight, but it's not important that you pay now. You can pay in 3 months. And for those months that we have huge promotions, you can pay in 6 months. Isn't that good?
Yes.
So it's urgent, but not important that you pay right now.
Okay.
Okay, so the third one is doing the dinner shows. So for example, booking. So it's urgent. For example, we say, cook all dinner shows within 15, 21 days. So it's urgent that you quickly get those people booked right now before they change their mind. Or before Royce goes ahead and books them. Right? So that is really, really very urgent. Also, you don't want to lose the opportunity to get a gift. So for example, times that we come to the open house and they say, can you imagine you can win an EOC tonight if you book 6 qualified dinner shows? That's going to be generous, over generous. But seriously, it could be a Prada purse or a Gucci purse. It could be any gift. It's urgent. We've created urgency and it's urgent right now. But is it important that you cook the show yourself?
No.
No.
Is it important you cook it yourself?
No.
So you can book it, but it's not, someone else can cook for you. Someone else can present for you. So you can book and Julie will assign a presenter. So it's urgent that you quickly book it so you don't lose that opportunity. But it's not important that you have to be the one to actually go do the presentation. You could go assist, but someone else will go do the presentation and do the talking for you.
Good.
So the next one is attend training. So we all got that message saying, hurry up and register for this training. Tanet is coming all the way from the Philippines to come train us. And some people were sleeping, they just looked at that Facebook notification like, oh, put it aside. So it's urgent, but not important to them, right? But to register, you need to register to book your spot because you don't want to lose your spot, right? So urgency has been created regarding or around you registering for the training. So it's urgent that you register, but is it important that you attend? It could be subjective. So if I have maybe a shift that I have to pick today and they're going to pay me $50 an hour, maybe it might not be important to me, right? It's urgent that I hurry up and register, right, so I can save my spot. But for me, or for whoever it is, which it will depend on whoever it is, for me, it may be important, and I say I must be here. But you can decide that, no, it's not important, I have to pick that shift, I'm trying to raise money for something. But again, it's subjective, right? So it could be urgent and not important. Also, presentation. So for example, we created a scenario whereby you go for a presentation and you check, and on getting there, it's urgent, you have to go because you've been assigned to go do the presentation, right? And you get there and you find that you don't have your flip chart with you. What happens? What happens? Are you gonna cook? No, seriously, let's be real now. Are you gonna still cook?
Yes.
How are you gonna show them the cookware? How will you show them the sets to pick from? On your phone. How will you show them the pictures of the features and benefits and also the heart? The heart where you talk about the oils, trying to cut down on fats and oils. How do you do that?
EOC.
So what we're saying here is you come up with something that you would use. But if you look at it very well, that presentation is gonna go, it's not gonna go so well, right? You'd feel, oh, I wish I had my flip chart here. Because human beings generally, we work with vision or visuals, right? We want to see what we're talking about, right? So it's urgent that you go for the presentation, right? And the person is waiting for you, so you have to go, so it's urgent. But is it important that you do the dinner show shabbily? In a way that is not, you're really not actually doing it the way you should have done because you don't have the materials to do that show? Or will you just say, apologize, take responsibility, take ownership for your mistake, and say, I'll make it up to you. Please, can we book another time? When next I'm coming, I'm going to come with a gift for you to make up for your time. So you could do that, right? So it's urgent, but it's not important you do a show without the materials that you need to do the show. It's better you go there prepared and you do a show that should be well done, so that you can get the results. So we'll talk about long-term impact. So delayed commission when you don't submit that delivery receipt on time. Also the purchase of the cookware. If you say, oh, you don't have to decide now. You can wait. Some people do it, right? I don't know if you've ever gone for a show and you had to present and you got there and the person who's a consultant say, you don't have to decide now. How will you, like, you look at that person, I'm like, are you okay? Like, see, are you for real? Seriously, am I here to play? You don't have to buy. You don't have to buy. Number 3, lose the customer. You lose. So for example, if you do, so number 3 right now, during the dinner show, not booking. If you don't quickly book that show, somebody else will book the show. So you're losing the opportunity to book the show and you're losing the customer. Someone else will take that customer seriously. And you lose the gift. So if you're given a time, if the gift incentive is attached to it, it's time bound, you may lose that opportunity to get the gift. Also, you, for number 4, for training, you don't attend the training because it's not important to you. You miss out on the opportunity to register, which you lose your spot, and after the registration time is over, you can't register again. You also lose the opportunity, you become incompetent. So incompetency, because you're not there to benefit from what we're benefiting from right now. So how do you now manage your business if you're not here to learn from the best, right? Number 5 talks about you losing credibility. So you go for a presentation, you don't have your flip chart. You lose trust, they're like, you're not serious. Like, why did you make me quit maybe or cancel a shift because you're coming to present and you don't have your materials? Can you imagine? Where I'm from, we'll say, can you imagine the farmer going to the farm without his tools, right? So you lose credibility as a result of too many cancellations. So if you have to cancel the show because you don't have your materials, so you lose. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. Any questions? Any questions?
Okay, so I have a few things to share on this. What's this? Urgent but not important. Number 1, cooking non-qualified dinner shows. So you book it, it's urgent because you're trying to get the promotion for the number of dinner shows cooked, and then you go there and you find out it's not qualified. Is it important to cook that dinner show? No. Right? That's 1. Number 2 is when your downline or somebody new calls you in the middle of the night or during the weekend when you're resting, etc. It appears urgent because your phone, your Facebook, and everything won't stop buzzing. However, they'll just rant. And it happens about that. Is that urgent? Yes, because your phone keeps on ringing and bugging you. But is it important to spend half an hour talking to this individual when if it's Saladmaster related, the only thing you need to do is ask them, please fill out the request for support. They might not feel like, oh, my question is not going to be answered anyway, but you can tell them, just fill it out and I will follow it up to make sure that it's answered. Number 3, follow up on missing items or suspending your activities because of pending issues. Let's say, oh, I still need to get a gift that I'm not clear on if I qualified or not. So in the meantime, I will gripe, right? I won't do anything until that issue is resolved. So the long-term impact is you're delaying your growth and you're delaying the achievement of your goal. If you're in a stock program and for some reason there's a debate between you and Julie whether you're entitled to the machine, right? And then in the meantime, well, that's not resolved. Okay, I won't do any dinner show for now. Who's losing? It's not us that's losing. It's you that's losing. I think these are the things that seemed urgent to us. I need to get that machine right now. But really, can you do dinner shows without your machine? Yes, that's why it's very clear on our request that whatever you need is missing, the presenter will supply. We understand that, but we make it urgent, and then it may be important, but not that important. Okay.
Thank you. Enterprise down in Houston. We are the happiest and the warmest people in the entire Texas. So if you come down in Texas, come and visit us. Wow, what do we need to talk about? You guys are amazing people. Look at you guys. These are all independent consultants. Congratulations on being a part of Green Apron, and congratulations on your success of becoming the number 1 number 1 dealership in the entire world. You know what does it mean? That means everyone is looking up to you and they want you down. Okay? Okay, if you are going to allow, the future is really brighter here in Winnipeg. I'm so proud of you guys. Tina is my BFF in Saladmaster. That's why I'm here, because I want to draw some energy and good vibes. It's not that we are not doing anything or we're not doing well down in Houston, but you need to be surrounded with people that are positive, that are doing well. So that's why I am here, okay? Now, I've been observing what you have been doing in the past 2 days, and congratulations, Tina. That's just an awesome training, developing you guys, not just to sell, but also, you know, in our minds and our personality. We need to invest in that. And thank you for being here. That means you love the business and you want to grow in the business, because there's no place like Saladmaster. I'm going to tell you a little bit of my background. You know, I've been in Saladmaster for 11 years, and I declined the invitation from our pastors. If you are in the Dallas sales rally, I mentioned that, you know, the pastor invited me for 4 times. Had he not invited me the 4th time, I will not be here. Okay? So I want you to see the value of persistence. If your consultants, if the people that you are trying to invite to attend a dinner show, don't give up on them. And then don't take it personally, because a no can be a yes. Okay? And I'm so thankful to my pastor that he did invite me for the 4th time, because, you know, I think he saw something in me. He told me, he said, Naomi, you don't need to buy anything. Instead of selling party light candles, I've been to selling. I'm earning like $100. The biggest check is $150 a night for selling candles, because I just have to sell it. But you know, in Saladmaster, you can make 500 a day, 500 a day, or even 1,000, or even 3,000 a day. I can still remember when I became a group manager back in 2008, I've been earning 14,000 every 2 weeks. Can somebody beat that?
No.
14,000 in 2 weeks. So you can design and you can create your future here in Saladmaster, but it's all about how hardworking you will be, right? Because this job, you need to go to work. Okay, don't be lazy. Don't just look at maybe Paul and Abby in something different. They're not better than you, okay? Because no one is better than you. They are just maybe ahead of you, or maybe they're just doing something that they are successful, okay? I mean, in Saladmaster, for you to be able to be really successful is to love the business and to love the training. I'm glad that you're doing this. But you know, there's more than this. When you get home, what do you need to do? You know, you have a lot of brochures and paperwork. So you're going to put that on top of your refrigerator. You need to review those paperworks, okay? You need to review that, because sometimes it doesn't stay here, right? This one can only take so much. So it's always good to write down what you have learned and, of course, review and then adapt. You cannot adapt everything tonight from last night's training, but you need to pick at least 1 to 2 things until you until you have already expertise in that, then adapt another learning that you can use in your presentations or in your team building, okay? But what I've experienced in my Saladmaster career for the last 11 years is that I've never missed any training opportunity that Saladmaster will give to all consultants. Even now as a dealer, I think the only sales rally that I've missed was that when I got involved with a major car accident. So that was the only meeting that I missed. But if there is always a meeting, I always make sure that I can be there. Because sometimes, you know, as consultants, if you are selling a lot, sometimes, oh, I know already what the training will be tonight, so I don't need to be there. Right? Do we have some people like that? Oh, Tina knows that I'm the best producer. I don't need to be there. Okay, I know what I'm doing. But you know what? In Houston, even if, I don't know if you know John and Bong, they will be promoting out to be a dealer also in November 1st. Okay? They never miss also any training, because I already impart with them the importance of learning. Because remember, when you stop learning, you stop growing. Okay? And you always do better every time you're in a meeting. Maybe some people are having a bad time, then you need the meeting. Then people who are doing great, then we need you in the meeting, okay? So we can always strengthen each other. But you know, in Houston, even if you're the best producer, you're selling 40 sets a month, when I say every third Wednesday of each month, it's a mandatory training. A mandatory training is like a refresher class again. I mean, I don't care if you sell just 10 sets, I need you to be here on every third Wednesday. And that's mandatory. When we talk about mandatory presentation training, refresher class and all that, that means if you miss that opportunity to be in that training, you are not allowed to be in the field. Because, you know, I give away certification that you are good to go again. Even if you sold 10 sets last week. Okay, when I say every third Wednesday of the month is a mandatory training, you need to be there. Otherwise, you need to attend a one-on-one training with me before I can let you go. I mean, these are already people who are doing well. But still, I want to make sure that they give importance to the training. What's the importance of training? Okay, I think that's also one of the first quadrant tonight. It's the urgent and it's important. It says, excellent is the gradual results of always striving to do better. Okay? They say, you know, in the Bible, in Isaiah 4:6, people perish because of lack of knowledge. It's in the Bible, okay? So you need to keep growing. I still remember one of my favorite stories. I don't know if you know Pablo Casas. He's the best cellist. You know that? At the age of 84, okay, he still get up every morning, practice for 4 hours. In all of his, in his time, he's the best cellist, okay? And he still get up every morning, early morning, practice 4 hours. And then one of the in one of the interviews, somebody asked him, "Why do you still have to do that? You're already 84 years old." And there is really magic in what answer he gave. He said, "I think I'm getting better." At the age of 84, he believes that every day he gets up, still practice, he's getting better and better. Okay? So please take a look at your training schedules. If there are training schedules, you know, you want to be there. What's the importance of learning? It improves our performance in the field, right? We are more able to perform our task. It allows us to strengthen our skills that we need to improve. It brings us a higher level. You know, when you know what you are doing also, negativity just becomes, you don't look at the negative things because you are doing well, you're selling well, you have money, you're getting paid paychecks every time, high paychecks. There's no room for you to be negative, right? And then also, it increases your motivation. Like you want to share what you have learned to your team. But if you are having team but you don't know anything, I mean, they need also some motivation from us, right? Okay, and also, I say, when in Saladmaster, if learning becomes a non-stop, then your business also becomes non-stop. Okay? My challenge to you, because you get the reason why I'm here, because I've heard that you guys are good in dinners, cooking 1,000 dinners on best month, having 300 dinners in your calendar every month. But I think the challenge is, are we taking advantage of those dinners to change more lives? In my office, if you are in a field doing 2 shows, you don't have any sales, it's not your bad, you just need to make sure you're going to improve. You need to get back in the classroom and do the training over and over again until you get better, because you guys are important. Even if we already have 100 consultants, each and every one of you is still important. You know, sometimes in the IWC, the only difference is 1 MP5. If you can only sell 1 MP5, we need that 1 MP5 because that counts. Every sale counts. So don't discount yourself that someone is better than you. I can only deliver 1 set a month, then we need that 1 set a month. But we need to make sure that we are taking advantage of all the training that is available in your dealership. Our dinners in a weekend could be like maybe 35 dinners only in 1 week. but my team can deliver 20 to 25 sets. That's how good our closing ratio is.
Yes, true.
Okay? So, when we hit 200 dinners, I'm going to tell you we can sell 130 to 150 sets. We can beat you. So you gotta you need to make sure next time I'll call Julie and say, how many dinners you have this week? 300. I'm expecting at least 200 delivered sets. Is that possible? It is possible, but you need to sharpen your skills. You need to go to work, okay? You need to learn every day. If you're not doing any presentation this week, go out and write on somebody else's dinner presentation. I like the fact that Alfred came to Tina and said, we need to learn how about to close a deal and all that. Then you need to go out on a dinner. We're not going to pay you, but that's a part of your learning process, right? That's very important. Like what I said, if you're just going to be satisfied with earning additional $200, then so be it. Then I'll just give you 2 minutes of my time. Because you don't need my 10 hour just to deliver one set. I want you to earn more. And like what Ayo said, anything is possible. Okay? You can create your own future here in Saladmaster. But you need to go to work. And going and learning and attending training will enhance your talent and skills. Because, they would say the product will sell by itself, but you still need to be skillful, right? The best presentation will only be the best closing. If you don't have enough skills, then don't be afraid to ask somebody's help. I need your help. I need your help, Adekuna. Okay, I need your help. You're selling, can you show me? Then attend one of her dinner presentations. Even my distributors. If they are not selling good, they need to write on my dinner, or I'm going to ask them to write somebody else's dinner. Now I'm going to give you 3. Can I ask you? You can ask me a question. John and Bong and Jay, even Jay, he goes out on the weekend working part-time. I love the fact that some part-time distributors here can cook 20 dinners. Most of my distributors can only cook like 15 dinners. But let me tell you, at the end of the month, they can deliver 12 to 13, or even cooking 15, but they can deliver 20 sets. Who can beat that?
Yeah, true.
My best weekend, my best day in business is delivering 15 sets. When I said delivered, it's installed. 15 sets a day. Okay, that's how good we are. But we need to increase the number. That's why I'm here. I need to learn how come you guys are so good in booking dinners. Okay, but do you have any question, Abby?
I have a question for you.
Okay, $50. Okay.
Regarding closing ratio, because you guys seem to be the best in the world in terms of closing ratio. What are you doing differently that other dealers or dealerships are not doing in terms of closing the sale? Because it's one thing to have a number of shows, 300 shows, and you deliver 50. But you're delivering over 200 out of 300. So what are you doing differently? What's the secret?
Okay, number 1, it's a mandatory in our office to be happy all the time. Because what sells Saladmaster?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. You're not enthusiastic at all. Okay, I can cook 4 dinners on the best day in business, and the energy that I gave on an 8 o'clock in the morning presentation is the same energy that I can give on my 9 p.m. dinner presentation. So you gotta check yourself. You're tired. Yes, you've been in the field for like hours and hours already. But remember, our host deserves the best from us, right? They don't know that you can tell them, but you have to make sure that you are happy. You're enthusiastic, you're excited that you're going to make a difference in the lives of those people who are in that presentation. So number 1, I need to make sure that before you go into the next presentation, they are doing the breathing 10 times. You're tired already, okay? And then if they have trouble, we're gonna put a trouble tree, okay? leave the troubles in the tree before going inside the house. And then when you get done with the presentation, you change 2 lives. And if you still want to take home that trouble with you when you get home, then you're free to to get the trouble and then bring it home. Okay, it's up to you, or you can leave the trouble, your troubles in that trouble tree. Okay, number 1, be happy, be enthusiastic. Okay, all the time. It's not sometimes. Okay, it's all the time, because like what I said, enthusiasm sells Saladmaster. Okay? Number 2, of course, we know how to qualify our guests. You don't want to be in front of a qualified guest. We're so good in that. But you might tell me, hey Naomi, we don't know who are, they say they have a job, but they still can't afford it. Okay? But asking questions like, hey, does your client, if just in case they want to buy a refrigerator, do they use credit cards? Indirect questions. Oh yeah, I have like 4 credit cards. Because that person who invited a friend, they know who they are, right? Maybe not into deep information, but at least you can, have a glance of where they are when it comes to their finances, right? So qualification is very important. Even if we only have 15 dinners on a weekend, and I found out that 2 of the dinners are not qualified, we're not going to send somebody else because we don't want to waste that presenter's time. So we're very good in qualifying. We have questions to ask. And then what else? We're very good in presentation. Like what I said, it's always the best presentation because at the end, we can sell if our performance is the best. Okay, but if you're lazy, you just put this jollof rice and all that, moi moi, pepper steak, and all that. I love moi moi. You know that you can cook moi moi in the electric skillet, right? Okay, with no foil. And you can use, you're so good. Ano pa? What else? So, best presentation. If you don't know your skills, go back in the classroom and get trained. What else? That's $50. Any more questions?
Questions?
Okay.
One more question.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's 100 for you now. Abby, go ahead.
What's the number 1 objection that you face more when you do presentation? What's the number 1 objection? And how do you counter that objection?
Maybe if I have 20 or 30 consultants in the field and they will give me one of the objections why they did make a sale that night, then I have to drag them and go back again to the presentation because there shouldn't be an objection at all. Again, you have to address the objection even before the objection arises, right? So if one of the famous objections is, I cannot decide tonight. We get that?
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. That's the number 1. So you have to bring urgency. It's just like, tonight is the day of salvation. So you have to use third-party story to address that objection. The objection is, I don't make a snap decision, I like the product, but let me think about it. Okay? I'll make a decision tomorrow. Why can't you make a decision tonight? What's the difference? Okay, maybe, okay, so you have to use third-party story. So like for example, if I'm selling the electric skillet, by the way, I'm going to fry the chicken with this electric skillet. This electric skillet is valued to $1,200 retail value, okay? And you know what? When I mentioned that this is $1,200, one of my clients last year stood up and said, Naomi, there's nobody who's gonna buy that bad boy. We call that bad boy.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's gonna buy that. That's too expensive. So I'm making a third-party story. But you know what? Another person stood up and said, Naomi, had I known Saladmaster 30 years ago, I could have bought that Saladmaster for even $1,200 or $1,500. Because if I had known Saladmaster before, I would have prevented, a cardiac arrest or a bypass surgery because I've been eating all fats and oil. So you already eliminate that. Or maybe, like for example, if the doctor found out that you're suffering from heart disease, high cholesterol, diabetes, or cancer, and then the doctor gave you the prescription, do you tell the doctor, Doc, let me think about it? Let me think if I need to buy this prescription. You don't. You go directly to the pharmacy and present the prescription because you believe that's the best for you. So your intention should also be like that. You need to bring urgency. You need to bring urgency that tonight is the best night to invest in Saladmaster. And then the second one, you have to create desire. What's the desire? For them to like Saladmaster. So comparison of Saladmaster against a regular cooker should always be on top of your presentation. Okay, you cannot do this on your regular cooker. Only Saladmaster could do this. Saladmaster is the best. I still remember 5 years ago, before purchasing my first home in Houston, I've already speaking to 2 realtors. I've already said the other one. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. If you use me, Naomi, I'm gonna give you 5% of my commission if you're going to use me to buy this property. And then another lady said, Naomi, I'm the best in Houston. I can give you the best customer service, the best deal. The 5% is just a short term. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5% anyway, so I don't need to give you the best service. So I went ahead with the person who said, I'm the best. And our cookware is the best. You know, you might not say, this is the best. You always use your own story for me because they cannot argue with your own experience and your own recommendation or maybe your testimony. No one can argue. Okay? So when you say for me, I believe that Saladmaster is the best. It's the best for myself and for my kids. It's so good to know that when I get home, I have Saladmaster to prepare my food for my kids because for me, our health and the health of my loved ones is the number one. Okay, I hope you feel the same way too. Especially after the PUT session that we just performed, the legal PUT session, not the not the illegal part of it. After performing the PUT session, I hope that you would take actions for your family and to your children and to your health. When you do that kind of recommendation, no one would say no. Okay? Because you're just giving them an option. Okay? So wala na?
Okay.
You're good. So I'm expecting next month, if you cook 300, you can deliver 150. 300, you can deliver 150 to 175. Okay? That's positive, right? Okay, so go out there, be kind, be great, be amazing.
Thank you.